So, what are the exit costs for leaving MAGA? Exit costs are usually hidden, expensive, and not about money. I'm Danielle, a scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership, and author of Uncultured, about growing up in the Children of God religious cult and going into the U.S. Army. And when I exited the religious cult, I lost everything that I knew in one fell swoop. Literally was put into a different country and mostly on my own. When I left the military, I lost all of my colleagues and the career that I had built for 6.5 years. So these are pretty heavy exit costs. Now, people think of it as money, and it's interesting because when you call any group a cult, they'll be like, nah, not a cult. You're free to leave anytime. And I'm always like, I didn't ask if it was a prison. But cults make it hard for you to leave. Even that phrase, right? You're free to leave anytime. Like, I don't say that when people are guests in my house. Like, I don't say to them, hey, you're free to leave anytime. I'm not trying to keep you here. Like, it's one of those the lady doth protest too much things. But also, it's reminding you of the real way it is here, the real dichotomy. It is either my way or get the F out, right? It's the same energy when they say, if you don't like America, leave. It's almost always used to shut down critical complaint. So the exit cost for leaving MAGA, I mean, family and friends is always the biggest exit cost, in my opinion, right? There's also this hidden exit cost of the entrance costs that you paid, everything that you gave up to be in the cult. Like, some people are not going to get their friends and family back. They have said too horrible of things. They've done too horrible of things. They've supported that man while millions of people were dying from a pandemic that he made political, right? They've made it very obvious that they don't care about the lives of children, about the lives of soldiers. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Disabled people, right? Like, some people are just not coming back. Like, even if they come back, they're not going to be accepted. And I think they probably deserve that. That is one of the biggest exit costs for people when they're leaving the cult, is having to go back to their world that they blew up to join the cult. And then I think, like, the sense of purpose, the sense of mission, the sense of community. What most people don't realize when they leave a cult is that those things are jacked way up to 1,000, but they feel good. This is the thing people misunderstand about extremism or being in a cult. It feels good. It feels amazing to be surrounded by people that look just like you, talk just like you, think just like you, and can reassure you that you are absolutely on the right path in life. But anyone who's trying to reassure you that you're on the right path in life is trying to con you or trying to cult you, right? Because nobody can do that. There are many valid ways to live a life. There are many choices that you could make. If I hadn't chose to marry Mr. Tom Young, as amazing as he is, and you all love him from Uncultured, which you can get autographed copies of in the link, I would have married another guy, and most likely my life would have been just fine too, right? We have this idea that, like, if we don't pick the right thing, everything is ashes. And, like, that's how fear controls your life. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of other exit costs, right? Like the respect that you have lost, the bridges that you have burned, the horrible things that you have said that you will have to live with. Even if people forgive you and take you back, you're going to know that you fell for that absolute, I don't want to call him a clown. Clown is too nice. Just that absolute horrible, horrible person. Maybe the most dangerous man alive. And you fell for that, and you're going to have to unbraid all of that. In some cases, people might have lost jobs. People might have lost marriages. People might have lost their children because of being in the cult of MAGA. I mean, I hear from so many of you, and I have family members as well, that just like, we're not talking because I won't allow that level of hate to be in my life. So that is the thing about exit costs. Yes, sometimes exit costs are money, especially if the cult you live in is like a commune cult, or if your job is connected to the cult that you live in. Exit costs can cost money. But we're not just talking about money. And I just want everyone to, like, if you ever hear someone say the phrase, you're free to leave anytime, just like ask more questions. Like, why are you telling me that? Because if I'm really free to leave anytime, I don't have to be informed of that. I just know. It's kind of like when groups tell you up front that they're not a cult. Like, why is this coming up?